Stepping into the ring for our next fight of the night is Steve Scossis. A record of 12 wins from 14 fights, an all-round fighter, and on paper, this should be a great matchup against this man, Nidal Taleb. Taleb coming from the Tarak Solak Braveheart Academy in Melbourne. Should be a very well-matched fight, Mark.
Should be, Michael. Nidal Taleb.
A super welterweight contest to be fought, should I say, over 5 two-minute rounds. In the blue corner, he is from Amir's Gym in Parramatta, the current AWKBF super welterweight champion, 14 fights, 12 wins, Steve Scossis. His opponent in the red corner, technically brilliant and power-packed, from the Tarak Solak Braveheart Academy, 11 fights, 10 wins, 8 wins via way of knockout, Nidal Taleb.
Come on, centre, please. Listen, boys, you're both experienced, okay? I want you to listen to my commands at all times. Fighters on the canvas, you go the furthest into the corner. Okay, that's all, stay out of the way. Kickboxing, no knees, no elbows, no back fist. Come on, let's get it on.
We are ready to go. Our next fight of the night, Tarak Solak's Nidal Taleb up against Steve Scossis. It's Sydney versus Melbourne yet again, Hammer.
That's the way, Michael. And Nidal Taleb, as I said just before the ring announcement, his right hand is going to be what Scott has to look out for.
Scossis in the blue trunks, Taleb the red and white. Of course, the colours of his native Lebanon. Nice body shot off the right hand there from Nidal Taleb.
Step back, let's go.
Of course, Taleb, no stranger to Fox Sports. We've seen him in Melbourne, Festival Hall, where he defeated Steve Bardsley. Clubbing left hook there from Taleb. Taleb has been very vocal lately down in Melbourne, making no secret that he wishes to challenge the great white shark Jim Bayek sometime this year.
Well, that's right, and Taleb was one man who disposed of a fighter who's now in Japan and Thailand, taking care of business over there well and truly, Darren Reese. And Darren Reese is doing quite well over there. And Nidal Taleb knocked him out in the first round.
He didn't just knock him out, he annihilated him.
Well, a big right hand Darren Reese is a slow starter. And I think, Taleb caught him by chance in that first round and took him out. But now he's making a bit of noise in Melbourne town, wanting to fight the great white shark, King Bayek. Of course, Darren Reese is a former stablemate. But he's got to take care of business here tonight first before he challenges anyone.
Some rapid handiwork indeed from Nidal Taleb, a very aggressive young man and a very clean technician.
Watch the head.
Just throws Scossis to the canvas in a real display of strength. Of course, no grappling permitted in this contest. Are strictly kickboxing rules, Mark.
Just kickboxing rules. Kicks above and to the thigh, above waist and below waist only to the thigh, or sweeps. And of course the traditional boxing techniques. No tie rules. Tie rules is of course knees, elbows, grappling. So that's what the difference between Muay Thai and conventional kickboxing is for the uninitiated.
Good inside leg kick there to the inside left thigh from Scossis. His best kick of the fight so far. Taleb just coming over the top. A nice turning back kick there from Taleb.
Come on, stop. Step back, don't hold inside. Work, boys.
As I said before, Taleb, a very aggressive fighter, doesn't like to take a step backwards during a fight. Will just keep coming forward all the time on his opponent.
Stop. Step back.
Doesn't like to give his opponent much space to move or time to breathe at all. There's the right hand off the chin. Found the target, and there's the end of the first round. A good one for Taleb.
A good one for Taleb. Steve Scossis also putting in a couple of nice combinations. But Taleb certainly has those hands well and truly powered up.
Why aren't you hitting the body?
As Taleb gets the instructions to go to the body, because his corner believes that Steve Scossis is carrying his hands too high. As Taleb wages forward with those big left and rights, puts his head down and away he goes. Missing with that round kick, trying to land the big overhand right. He knows that's his big weapon, and just throws Steve down in a test of strength there.
While the short and sweet instructions in the corner there from Tarak Solak. As we prepare for the second round of action, this one's scheduled for 5. Nidal Taleb left of screen, Steve Scossis right of screen. It was Taleb in the first round, and he's opening up that sticky left hand here in the second.
He works off the jab well. Got to keep his head up though. Taleb is tending to bend from the waist too much and put his head down low.
Caught Scossis there for sweet right hand. Nice leg to the lead leg from Taleb. Scossis just hasn't quite worked out Taleb so far. Hasn't really got a game plan and just stings him again to the forehead with the left hand.
I think Scossis in the blue shorts is just not able to match it with Taleb for power. I feel that Taleb is gathering a whole lot more power when he's pushing forward, and that's taken Scossis a little bit uneasily. He's not comfortable in close.
Nice right hand from Nidal Taleb. That'll make Steve Scossis wish he was someplace else. Forces him back with the front kick. Scossis fires back with an uppercut and missed the target.
Stop. Step back.
And it's Taleb still connecting with the crisp hands there, Mark.
He's throwing those big shots. He's got to get a little bit tidier. He tends to put his overhand rights in and duck his head, and that makes the evasion, the opponent evade that overhand right a lot easier, because obviously he's not focused on where he's hitting Taleb. But he's just got to keep an eye on where he's throwing those overhand rights too.
Stop, step back.
And not duck his head down as much.
Scossis just warned for holding over there in the corner. Clubbing left hook from Taleb. Just rocked the head of Steve Scossis with that one. Scossis goes downstairs to the lead thigh.
Watch the head. Watch the head.
Taleb just plucking away at the body, trying for that wild right uppercut. Just relentless, like a bull terrier is Nidal Taleb. But Steve Scossis has taken the punishment so far, Hammer.
Well, he's taken it up to Taleb. He's putting on a very brave battle indeed, Steve Scossis, the New South Wales boys. He's giving it a good shake, and his game plan might be to try and let Nidal Taleb wear himself down and, finish strongly, because at the moment he's just sitting back a little bit too much. He's been cut over that right eye, and you can bet that Taleb will work the cut over Scossis' right eye and try and impair his vision off that, off the left eye rather, a mistake off the left eye. Taleb getting caught there on the way in by Scossis.
Give me 15, Gary.
His defence is fairly tight, Steve Scossis.
Seconds down.
Taleb just waging forward, not taking a backward step at all. Scossis just getting caught with the short overhand right there by Taleb. But he's a tough boy, Steve Scossis, with Amir in his corner there, the New South Wales Amir kickboxing gym, where Shane Starr, the previous fighter, came from. They've also got a very, very strong stable of fighters.
Beautiful right hand, the sweat flew off the ground, Steve Scossis, and he goes down in the blue corner. A classic right hand there from Nidal Taleb, found the mark.
7, 8.
Well, those right hands will take the starch right out of Steve Scossis. You can bet on that. Taleb has opened up this round very strongly indeed. A leg kick that time, sending Scossis down.
Well, Scossis just got to compose himself now, stay out of range and not let Taleb tee off with those big right hands. He's been shaken, he's got an 8 count. What he's got to do now is go into self-preservation mode and just to keep Taleb at bay, work off his front kick a lot more rather than try and trade those hooking in close techniques.
Taleb absolutely relentless here in the third. Steve Scossis
Step back.
absorbing a lot of punishment. You can see the sweat-drenched hair of Steve Scossis. But he continues to stand up to the barrage that Nidal Taleb is unleashing. There's the big right hand.
Don't hold.
Inside leg kick from Scossis, then one to the outside left thigh. Taleb thought about the turning kick and then fought once again. Nice uppercut in place there from Scossis.
Don't hold inside.
And that's where Taleb should really be burying in with those body shots.
Taleb's starting to tire now. He's not hitting with the ferociousness he was earlier. But Steve Scossis certainly has taken a bit of a battering, and he's not moving as freely either.
Toe-to-toe, Steve Scossis now unleashing his hands upon Taleb, but a very tight guard there from Taleb, and that's where Scossis should go downstairs and perhaps chop the legs, Mark.
Well, the legs are unprotected.
Come on, let's go.
He had his hands up high, perhaps starting with a couple of jabs to divert Taleb's attention and then chopping away at the thigh. Could be a bit of a game plan for Steve Scossis, seeing as Taleb's just backed off a little bit in that round. But this one is a very, very torrid, tough battle, with both boys not taking a step backward and letting it all go.
You're winning the fight, but you're sleeping. Give me some Vaseline. Give me some Vaseline. Yeah. Now, can you hear me? You're winning the fight, but you're looking like shit at the end. Wake up. You're going to knock that bloke out if you hit him with 2 hard punches at the end.
Well, there's some colourful instructions there from Tarek Solak in the Braveheart corner to Taleb. Nice right hand by Taleb, just caught Scossis napping. Scossis just getting his leg caught on Taleb's shoulder and falling back off that. But good tough fight. Both boys not taking a step backwards and giving it a real red hot shake.
Time, let's go.
We're into the 4th stanza. This one's scheduled for 5. Taleb hammers away to the body, then swings wildly to the head with the right hand.
Don't hold, don't hold.
Steve Scossis just tying him up in the neutral corner.
Don't hold. Don't push. Come on, work in there.
You feel that Taleb is ever so close just to scoring the knockout punch. And that could have been it there off the right hand, just not enough to send his opponent down on that occasion. And Steve Scossis, well, what intestinal fortitude from him, standing up to the punches, the heavy punches of Nidal Taleb. Not a lot of kicking in here, Mark.
Well, not a lot of kicking to the thigh. Obviously, you chop away at that thigh inside and outside as the boys just did then. And that is certainly going to slow your opponent's movement down, chopping away at the thigh muscle in an attempt to cork it up.
Stop, step back.
Stops your opponent from moving as freely, but then might just create an opening upstairs for you, or at least to the body.
Those thumping left and right hand of Nidal Taleb, reminiscent, of course, of Gurkhan Ozkan, who we will see in our next bout. Thumping away again to the head. Scossis was well guarded up against them and just got out of dodge, moving half a pace backwards to escape the uppercut.
Well, for his weight, Taleb certainly generates a lot of power. You can just have a look at his physique. He's got a good, strong back and good, powerful shoulders. He's got a good build on him for a fighter of his weight, and that is why. That's the key to his power.
Taleb just waiting in again with the right hand.
Listen, I said stop, understand? Let's go.
Nice left hand there to end the round. The 4th round's over. Nidal Taleb.
Well, Taleb a little bit disappointed that the round ended right after that left hook, because I feel he could have put a combination together there and had Steve Scossis in a bit of bother. As the ring girls once again got a big cheer from this crowd here at Star City. Excellent venue, excellent crowd. Another great job done by Tarek Solak. Lovely, lovely ring girls. Certainly a highlight of any kickboxing
Married
fight.
man, Hammer. Come on, calm down.
Nothing wrong with appreciating some fine sideshow action.
I need attention from the doctor, mate. God bless him.
As Taleb wages his way forward. Scossis really getting tired. Having a real hard battle in there, real hard time of it.
And speaking of real hard battles, I should congratulate you, Hammer. You recently returned from Thailand. You've got your left arm in a cast there.
Back to the corner.
You went over there, you fought a Thai opponent at Charlene Stadium. He broke your arm in the 1st round, and you went on and won it.
Well, it was certainly an experience for me, an experience I'll treasure for the rest of my life. Fighting with knees and elbows, getting a broken nose in the 1st round to accompany my broken arm. It was a baptism of fire from my Thai opponent, who is a former Bangkok fighter with a record of 88 fights.
It's a warning for holding, understand?
He was a very well-seasoned and conditioned athlete. I did have a little bit of weight on him, but nevertheless he made up for that and took out. The Thai fighters are very clever, Michael. You hit them with a jab and they think it's going to bother them. They just kick at your arm until they break it. And believe me, those fighters over there are as hard as nails. They fight professionally from the age of 5 and 6 years old. So by the time they get into their mid-20s, they've had in excess of 100 plus fights. And being in centre ring in a stadium in Chuan, for them was nothing special, but for me it was a little bit overroaring.
Well, they might have been as hard as nails, but you sure showed them why you called the hammer.
Well, it was
and
good to come back.
Nidal Taleb showing why he's doing a bit of hammering here on Steve Scossis.
Well, that's it. There's nothing like getting battered and losing. I'd rather get battered and win. So as far as it went, I come away with the win, and I'm appreciative of that. But these boys, once again, really matching it up well here in the 5th and final round. Scossis digging deep, and he's a very courageous fighter indeed, the Sydney boy. But Taleb generating a hell of a lot of power.
Well, they are bringing it home here in the 5th and final round. Steve Scossis, he's taken more hits than the internet in this fight. And an 8 count being applied there by referee Mick Pettivoli. Taleb just chopping away at the leg. Steve Scossis has worn the best shots that Taleb has thrown at him for the past 4.5 rounds. And there it is, the end of the fight. And on my unofficial scorecard hammer, this one has to go the way of the Melbourne boy, Taleb.
Well, Taleb just putting some good effective combinations in the play there. He got the count as well on Steve Scossis, and that's going to just put him that little bit ahead. And, you know, Steve Scossis, he tried. You certainly could see the cut over his left eye there. And that wouldn't have helped him any either, would have impaired his vision slightly with a little bit of blood probably trickling into his eye. It just creates a diversion and perhaps takes your concentration off the job at hand. But Taleb, you can see there his shoulders. He's a very powerfully built fighter for his weight division, and that is why he's given this weight division, super welterweight, a real shake-up.
Well, we await the judge's decision. We'll go to Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous points winner. Your winner from the red corner,